Good afternoon, traders. It is Wednesday, May 20th, 2020, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Hey, we had a crappy day today. It really didn't surprise me too much. I did the spreadsheet last night, and we're doing fabulous. We're up over $100,000 in profits for the month, and we have had six straight winning days. And I'm going to tell you, you don't see that too often. Just day after day after day, you're making money. After six winning days in a row, we, we were due for a bad day, and we kind of had it today. It was, uh, boring and frustrating. You can see here with the Dow what happened. It gapped up this morning and then basically moved sideways, closing up 369 points, and that's canceling out most of this drop it had yesterday. Again, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is in sideways mode. It's been in a sideways mode for about a month. It will break out of this, and when it does break out of it, it's going to be a very strong breakout, I am sure. But anyway, just kind of pretty low volatility today. You can compare the range, the daily range today, with what we saw yesterday and certainly what we saw the day before. So it's just kind of consolidating here, deciding what it wants to do, but it did finish up 369 points. Okay, the problem that we had, and I talked about this yesterday, is if you're a technical analyst and look at this action from yesterday, with it hooking down like this and closing absolutely on the low of the day, you're going to think there's no way that this Dow Jones is going to move anything but down today. And of course, our algorithm picked that up too, and we got in our two short market positions, UVXY and TVIX. And I told you yesterday that was kind of hedging our bet that the stock market could move down today pretty strongly. And if that happened, we'd make quite a bit of money on those two positions. Well, the thing is, the stock market doesn't give a hoot about technical analysis, and it frequently does just the opposite of what everybody thinks. That happened today. Rather than move down from this low of yesterday, it jumps way up and had a fairly decent day today. But the problem was we had these two basically short positions in the overall market, and those went to losses. In fact, those went to about $7,000 in losses in UVXY and TVIX, and as a result, we closed out negative $7,000. Without those positions, we would have been neutral, but we got our head handed to us in those two positions, and so we're down just over $7,000 in our closed out trades. And then on our, we got into a few new positions as you would expect, not actually more than a few, given an upside move in the Dow of 369 points. We got into 15 new positions. 6 were positive, 9 were negative. A lot of just crappy trades, and we're carrying negative $4,500 in negative going into tomorrow. So we got a day that we closed out negative 7,000, and we're carrying negative 4,500 into the next day. That's not a horrible day by any means, but it's we're not going to get rich if we keep doing that uh, every day for very long. But as I say, this comes after 6 winning days in a row and being way up for our monthly profits. I'm going to show you only two stocks today. I'll show you the worst one and I'll show you the best one. So first of all, this is the worst one we had. This is INSG, which is Inseego Corporation. And you can see here this thing jumps up in the morning and we end up buying basically the high tick of the day in Inseego. And then, of course, the thing just sells off from there, and we're holding negative $3,100 in Inseego Corporation. That was the worst trade of the new trades that we got into today. And then the best one of the new trades of today was Inverse Natural Gas, DeGaz. We got into that about the third hour here. It kept going, did pull back unfortunately some, but we are still holding positive $2,600 in DeGaz. So, crappy day, but that happens when you trade. Maybe we'll do better tomorrow. This is Big Trader Bob signing off, and I will be back here trading tomorrow on Thursday.